What's up, guys? Here for another episode of Tuesdays with Taylor, episode number 8. Today we're going to talk about carpal tunnel syndrome. So this is a really big buzzword in today's society, right? Most people think that they have it. A lot of times the diagnosis gets wrong. So 50% of carpal tunnel surgeries are failed. In other words, you still have symptoms after you have surgery, which is crazy. It's one of the most failed surgeries that we see in today's medical society. But a lot of times it's not because the surgeon did anything wrong, it's just that the diagnosis wasn't 100% right. So there's lots of things that can cause symptoms down our arm, not always through the carpal tunnel. So if you come in a little bit closer, let's talk about what the carpal tunnel is. So if you look at this thing right here, this little bit of fibrous tissue right here. So there's a bunch of tendons and a couple muscles that run through here and one main nerve, the median nerve. So if you legit have carpal tunnel, you're going to have symptoms in a certain area of your hand. I'll give you a hint, it's not the whole hand, it's usually just these 3 fingers right here, usually at night, and usually it goes away pretty quickly. It kind of comes and goes, but you feel the intense pain in these 3 fingers, pain or tingling and numbness. But if you feel tingling and numbness in your whole hand, it could be that you have a little bit of carpal tunnel, but more likely than that, it's actually coming from the neck, which is why our assessment is so important, because that's what drives what we're going to treat on you. That's what drives what we're going to diagnose you with. So just because you've been diagnosed with carpal tunnel and you've had surgery and it didn't go well, doesn't mean you can't get pain relief. A lot of times, maybe there's just one little thing that we need to tweak, or maybe we need to look at these other muscles in the forearm that aren't the actual carpal tunnel. So keep that in the back of your mind. Here's your one thing to try at home to make sure that if you have this. So I want you to take your palm out like this, hit your head to the side. Do you feel a lot of pulling or tightness through here? Usually people are going to feel it in their forearm and usually not in their wrist. That could mean that symptoms in your hand is actually coming from your forearm, not necessarily your wrist. So I hope you guys learned a little bit about carpal tunnel today. Stay tuned for next week. And if you or anyone you know has carpal tunnel, been diagnosed with it, or if you had a failed surgery or you still have symptoms after your surgery, we would love to help you. See if we can find that one little missing link that gets you pain-free. So hope you guys have a really good week and stay tuned for next week, all right?